Good morning. It's me, Leigh, with Victorian Dreams by Leigh, and we are at it again this morning. We are doing part 7 of a double page layout for the Simply Wildflower Meadows scrapbook kit that you can get from Anna Griffin or HSN. And remember, we are not using these yet. We're going to put these on wherever we feel the right words for the right moment. Okay, so let's move this out of the way and get started. Let's see. This is what we're going to work on or do, this double page layout. So let's put this off to the side and get our papers. But this is what we're going to work on. And here we go. So let's talk about what we need. Okay, so we need to go back to our scraps of paper. And I think we already cut this before, so you should have 6 inches by 12. Let's cut that in half and have 3 inches by 12. Okay, you need 2 of those, 1 for each page. We need two of these pink ones, 1 for each page, and 4 of the gray little ones. The pink ones are the largest, 5 by 7. 4 of the gray, 2 for each page. We need 1 each, so 2 of the green strips. A border. We need 2 of the journaling tags. Now let's get to this. So we need 2 of these, 1 for each page. We need 4 of these, 2 for each page. Remember at the beginning of the videos, part 2, maybe, part 1, I had an extra one of these. Well, it went on this page, so I don't know where you put it. If you put it back in your stash, you put it off to the side. Remember, so that's where it belonged. And so let's see how many we need and what direction they're going. So I have 4 going with the leaf that direction, and I have 2 with the leaf going the other direction. So we'll have to work that out and see what's going on. It might be that that was the end of them and we used what we had. And then we have 2 of these, and they're both going the same direction. I don't think there was but one direction, so we need 1 each for each page. And then our paper, the blue is on the back, and it is a gray flower. Let's make sure the paper is going the right direction. I look at it as the branches. So yeah, okay. So now I didn't prep at all. I usually prep, and I didn't. So you're going to see me actually put tape on these 4 pieces. I didn't use Anna Griffin's tape because it was so thin, and I'm like, ooh, that's specialty thin. I don't find that very often. I use this from the dollar store. So I saved hers. I slipped those over. We want the green facing up. So I'm not using Anna's tape. I'm using the dollar store. I have never had a problem with it. I've used it for years. Her tape was so thin that I'm like, whoa, when we're doing specialty items, when I craft this stuff, I'll use that. Didn't even think this morning. I'm still having my coffee, and I didn't even think about prepping. So this is what you do. I'm usually by myself all the time, so I don't talk to myself, so I gotta remember to even speak and talk. You can use whatever kind of glue you want. Liquid glue might be cheaper or faster for you or convenient, I'm not sure. But make sure you push all the air bubbles out. I did that. Okay, so now which direction was that? The green was going up. So let's do that. Are y'all following along on each of these, or is it a hit or miss, or what you're up to? Let's see, is this kind of direction? It kind of does, so I'm going to turn it. I'm going to put my corners right on that edge. And then this one, are y'all following along with this series? Are you learning anything? Or am I wasting my time? Do y'all like it? So I am only putting just, see how there's little circles? I'm putting the circle right before the circle. So the circle is not on the green. That way it extended it out just a hair. It really probably doesn't matter. It's not even 1/16 of an inch. So we're putting these into the inside section. Whoa, that's way over. I didn't push all that down yet. This tape, thank goodness, doesn't really stick until you really press it down and then like 2 hours later. So I want to make sure. Yes, it's straight on there. Are you going to follow along with me when we do the Christmas album? Did you know I have so many tutorials? I have so many tutorials. So go to my playlist and check out all the tutorials that you're missing out on. I don't do just I don't do just Anna Griffin. I really love playing with lace and paper. And there you go. So now let's get these. This is going to be a quick, fast, easy layout. So we have it here, and here, and here. And we have it here. Whoops. Here. We have it here, here, and here. So you know I use this from Walmart. I'm going to put these two on last. And it's just quick and fast. So I'll put tape on the 4 corners to hold it down, and then tape 3 spots in the middle. You know, I make my own albums. I don't always use the pre-done ones. Let's scoot this one off to the side just a little. I make my own albums too. I don't just use Anna Griffin. I'm looking off to the side to remember what to do. So if you want to know how to make your own album, it's fine. Cover it. There it is on my playlist, or just ask me and I'll tell you for beginners, intermediate, or experienced. I'll tell you which ones to go to. I'm going to move a little. outside. At my mom's house this summer, I went to Florida to visit with her. I was there like 6 weeks. I go back quite often. I kind of like live there half the year. Um, I live in Texas, and did you do them all or no? So she said, "Do you get paid for doing this? Because you do a lot for your social media." And I'm like, "No, you're not get paid." So the only thing that you want to do when you do this is you want the eye to be at the same. So I'm looking at the grid through this. Before I push it way down, let's make sure I have room. Looks good. Well, it's crooked. I can see that it's crooked. So where's the crookedness coming from? There we go. But no, I do not make money off this. Well, that didn't go, so I'm too low apparently. Let's make sure we get this right. Yeah, we need to bring these up. Let's hope they'll come up. Yes. Uh, uh, try that again. We didn't have a lot of space to play with, so we had to make it work. My paper is at an angle, so if it looks crooked on film, on the video, it's not. Okay, now that gives us just enough space to fit it down here, because I didn't want it on top of each other. So that works. Took longer to do that, we should be done already. Okay, next is these. Did you know I have 3 grandchildren? How many do you guys have? Let's do this one first. So I'm going to bring it over. Oh, there's a little tiny bug. Okay, so now let's see. This is going to go here. Maybe bring that down this way here. I'm looking at the directions of project. I'll show you exactly what pieces I'm using before we do it. Okay, ready? Got it set now. Okay. So we put this down. So we're going to use this piece, putting it at the corner. It's different than the other two pieces, okay? So it's this piece, and we're going to put it, and it's going to kind to bring this together like that. We're using this piece and see the direction of the leaf. We're going to kind of just stay off the journaling and put it right there. On this one, we're going to use this one. And we are going to put it right here. Okay. This one, the leaf is going that direction. Now we are going to use this as a tuck spot. I've done this in several videos. We're not going to peel all of it. We're going to rip that backing and keep half on. That way, when it's on here, it now becomes a tuck spot, and we're able to tuck the photo underneath it, but it is still stuck. And then this piece is next. There's a fly in here. It's a dirt dauber. Oh my gosh. I just saw it. I have a studio in my garage, and it's, insulated, air conditioning, all that, but opening the door or something has let a dirt dauber in. So yikes. So what I'm going to do is hide that little bit underneath the leaf and then put it down. That's down, so all we have is this piece, and then we'll get to the next piece and be done for today. So we're going to put it here, and it will be flat. This is who I'm making it for, Cora and Adelaide. She's 1 year old now, and she's 3. But you see how it lays flat. So, of course, it's the wrong size. But you see how it lays flat and it lays over it. So that's not a problem, okay? But the sticker may then, and this is the sticker we're using. It's going like that. But we are going to also make that a tuck spot just in case a photo needs to go up underneath it. So we're going to peel it, and we looked at the location and how it's working. So it's actually that direction this time. I put it the other way. Let me see. Let me just put it on there right. I tore the wrong side off, I think. Yeah, I tore the wrong side off. So let me see if I can cover it a little bit. I re-sticked it. So I covered it with the extra and tore the wrong side, so I had to work on that. So I had to make this go about here. But it still can still get up underneath it because of that plastic piece. Okay, so this side's done. Now let's do the left side, but we're going to move it over. We're going to bring in this one so that we get the flowers in the right spot. I take a while to make sure we get this right. Okay. So we're going to use this one first. It's a little different. Remember, I counted out how many pieces could go on each sheet, and so you didn't have to. We're going to put that there. And this flower is this one. And you're thinking, wow, that's not enough embellishments. Well, I wanted them to go, and I wanted them to be able to go throughout the whole album. We're going to use this one. And then I totally got done with separating them, and then found that I could add even more. This one right here. Let's see, is this the right one? There we go here. So I added more. So you can always add more or less. I'm going to put this off to the side just a little. There we go. And this one is our last one. So I wanted it to stretch all the way through our project. There, let's see, this is the flower. The wildflowers have been harder for me to use than, I'm keeping the big flower off the mat, and this is so flat that you can cover that up. And then this one is our last one, and we are done. The roses to me seems easier to do, but this didn't have roses this time. So I had to learn how to work with more wildflowers. So there you go. So let's put this up. Let's slide this over. And here we go. There is our finished product for today. Hope you like it. Have a blessed day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. All my links are down below.